So, I just finished watching the first episode of the 11th season of Love and Hip Hop ATL. So, this whole Bambi and Scrap situation has me going back in time, and I'm realizing Scrappy was really, as we revealed on Love and Hip Hop Run It Back, Scrappy was on the same level as Stevie J, and it's just like blowing my mind. Y'all know about attachment styles, right? And if you don't know about attachment style, there are four. There's secure, and there's insecure, and we have dysfunctional, and then we have, well, let's just talk about the insecure attachment style really quick. Now, Scrap is an avoidant, so he is an insecure attachment style, and it shows in all his relationships. So, let's go back. We met Scrappy with Erica Dixon, which is the mother of his oldest child, right? Okay. Then we saw Scrap with Shay Johnson, which is someone that he presented as his friend, but really they were in a whole relationship with each other. So essentially he was cheating on Erica with Shay. Then after that happened, him and Erica, they got engaged, but they broke up. I'm not too sure about the reasoning again, but they broke up. So then we see him with Bambi, which presented like he was in a good relationship. You know, it seems healthy for what it was. There was some conflict between him and Erica still, because once again, if we remember the show, child support payments, like you weren't making the payments, you weren't helping her financially with your eldest child. Okay, so now we have Scrappy and Bambi. Now they're married, and together they had 3 kids. Okay, so now in the new season, we are seeing that he's not showing up as a provider in his household. He's not showing up caring for his kids in a way that his wife would want him to. So, I'm mentioning all these things because if we look at the attachment style of an avoidant person, as soon as they feel away, they run. As soon as something is not fresh and new for them, they run. As soon as it's a conflict and they don't want to address it, they run. And partially, if we examine the relationship Scrappy has with Mama D, which is his mother, and how he grew up, and just the emotional development is not there for him. As much as he likes to say the people that he's been with, they're like not emotional, they're not caring enough for him, he is emotional immature. So even if they gave him that, he doesn't know how to handle it in a healthy way. Also, holding your partner accountable, that's a healthy thing to do. If something's happening and you think it's messed up and wrong, you hold them accountable for their actions. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you have an avoidant attachment style, it doesn't work out that way. They run, they divert, they move on to someone else. Now let's talk about him and Diamond's relationship. Okay, remember I said we met Scrappy with Erica? Okay, actually that's not the whole truth. We actually met Scrappy and him and Erica was getting back together after he left Erica to be with Diamond, who left him to be with, what's his name? Soulja Boy. Now you think after being publicly embarrassed like that by someone, you would be off them for good, right? But no, now we are in 2023, which they're airing the show then. I'm going to say 2022. And you are back with somebody who publicly embarrassed you, someone that hurt you in the same way that you hurt Erica, that you hurt Shay, and now you're embarrassing Bambi. So let's talk about patterns of behavior. When you have an insecure attachment style, which is avoidant attachment style, is an insecure attachment style, anxious attachment style is an insecure attachment style. We pick partners, we pick people who very much so are never going to fulfill our needs. It's just a recurring cycle of disappointment. So to see Scrappy entertaining Diamond again, it's like, so you go back to someone who hurt you, not trying to work out any of your issues in your relationships, like learning how to be a present partner. That's what this whole thing about. People asking for you to be present, asking for you to show up in the ways that you say that you're going to show up, and you're not. But instead, you go back to a relationship that hurt you with a person who disregarded your feelings at one point and probably going to do it again because they don't have no loyalty to you. Okay. But yeah, my main point was to point out that attachment style, which little Scrappy is an avoidant, patterns of behavior, and how they just will recur over and over again if we do not get the necessary help to work through them and to learn healthy behavioral habits. It's just wild to me because I'm like, I can't believe this is 10 years in the making. And to think like, just because somebody, like everyone in the beginning of the relationships present themselves in these very like Prince Charming, princess ways, like they're so great, they're the best person that I ever had, she's the best person I ever had, he's the best person I ever had. But it's like we have to look at people's patterns in their relationships and take point and understand that it's something there. And when I say it's something there, I mean like it's okay to ask your person, like, why did you and your ex break up? Like, what were the issues? Like, did you work through them issues? Did you learn? Like, how did you grow from that relationship? Because when we don't ask these questions, we are destined sometimes to repeat the same habits with this person. Like, you can be the healthiest person that you think, and this person, because they have unhealed things, they're going to treat you the same way, and you may think that you're losing your mind because it's like, wait a minute, for the first 6 months, the first year, it was great. But the thing about it is, if a person does not know how to show up for you in a healthy way, they're only going to know how to revert back to what they know when they grew up. And that's disconnecting. That's avoiding. That's running. And I also want to add, I kind of feel like because Erica and Bambi can't directly get at Scrap, they get at each other. And people would say, well, how is that possible? Because of how he is and his avoidant nature and how he's like very nonchalant, whatever. It's like, this is the person I have conflict in. And whatever I'm hearing from this person or not hearing from this person, it gets reflected by the relationships, other relationships, the relationships he has with his mother. Mama D always being in the mix of his relationships. She gives the energy. She gives the back and forth. He's like, is he even there? So it's like, this is what happens when you're with an avoidant person. Everyone else around them, if they have more if they're more vocal about what's going on, they're gonna be the person to give you that heat, that fire. He's not gonna give you that. He's not gonna give you no back and forth. Maybe a little bit, but not enough. Like the passion's not there. Like they can't care. They can't care.